All right, how's it going, guys? I'm back and better than ever. We'll go with that. Anyways, I'm here once again to rank the roller coasters of Silver Dollar City. I've got two on my list, and we'll get into it. Let's go ahead and get into these roller coasters I have. These are my yeah fourth and fifth total credit. Um, Again, both from Silver Dollar City, and just gonna review them. So I'm gonna start with Powder Keg: A Blast in the Wilderness. This is a really interesting ride to say the least. Let's see, it's a launch coaster made by Premier Rides. Total height of 98 feet, a length of 3,506 feet. It has a launch and a chain lift, so it has a drop of 110 feet and a top speed of 64 miles per hour. Um, has a duration of 2 minutes 53 seconds, maximum G-force of 3.9, and the layout is pretty simple. Um, it's a launch. You kind of have this hill right after. You go into some. It's mainly just twists, turns, maybe an overbank here and there. Get into the chain lift. You go up, take a turn, you go down, and then you get this. It's kind of a turnaround. It's almost kind of a helix, and then you kind of go into the brake run. So pretty simple ride. Um, it has three trains with 4 cars per train, and riders arranged two across in 2 rows for a total of 16 riders per train, which decent capacity. But anyways, um, something interesting about this ride is it used to be a different roller coaster, kind of. If you're, you know, a usual to Silver Dollar City, or you're a coaster enthusiast, you might probably know that this ride used to be Buzzsaw Falls. Unfortunately, uh, it was torn down before I was even born, so there was no chance of me riding this thing. Um, yeah, it's a pretty decent ride. I gotta be honest. I like the thing I think I like the most about it is obviously the launch. Oh, and I did forget to mention about the layout. It has when you go right out the station, you kind of stop and it has this I guess it is kind of a switch track, but I don't know. It's almost like a sideways lift. But anyways, that's a cool element. It brings you up to the launch track. It's really nice. The ride overall, it's not bad. Um, on my scale, which if you are unfamiliar, if you haven't watched the other video, I scale when I rate roller coasters, I scale them based on general factors. One of the most important factors being are they worth to go and ride? Um, but anyways, I rank 1 through 10 with decimals 1 through 9, and this is how it goes. 0 through 3 is a bad coaster or a kiddie coaster. So kiddie coasters, in my mind, just generally will never be that great of coasters. I could be proven wrong, but I don't think I can be because it's for children. Anyways, 4 through 6 is mid, solid, and good. 4 mid, 5 solid, 6 good. Just middle of the road coasters, some leeway. But anyways, 7 is very good. Don't travel for it. It's a great ride, but you just shouldn't travel for it. It's just probably not going to be worth it. 8 is great. Consider traveling. 9 is great. Pack your bags. 10 is best in the world. World class roller coasters. Back to 8. Again, great rides. Consider traveling. 9 is this should be on your list. You should already have things booked for this. And 10 is completely unskippable rides. But anyways, for Powder Keg's rating, or sorry, Powder Keg: A Blast in the Wilderness's rating, I bet a lot of people don't think about that. This coaster has a really long name. Besides that point, I gave Powder Keg a 5.1. Very solid coaster. It's just fun. I feel like the theming is pretty nice, at least compared to a couple of the other ones I've already ranked so far, and a lot that I've ridden. The theme is very good, but a lot of rides and just like Silver Dollar City in general is a really well themed park. It's solid. I don't, again, besides the launch for me, it doesn't do a whole lot. You still, I think it's a fun ride, so that's kind of, that's just kind of how it ranks for me. I think it's a solid ride. I mean, it's not in my top 20. It's probably not even close to my top 25, but you know, it's a fun ride. I mean, if you're at Silver Dollar City, again, I think if you're at any park, you should ride just about every roller coaster. I mean, some parks have a roller coaster or two that I would personally say just skip. Like you're not missing out on anything. But this is one you should ride when you're there if it's open. You know, though one thing I do consider before riding roller coasters, I'm sure everyone else considers this, is lines. Like if you're, I guess if you're just like getting a feel for it, I would say personally, I would not wait more than uh, I'd say 30, 45 minutes. That seems really short, but I feel like usually their operations are good. Like I don't think I've waited too long for like any roller coaster at Silver Dollar City. I mean, most I've waited had to have been 30 minutes for something. I feel like usually when I'm there, oh, that's not true. I waited like probably 3 hours for Time Traveler when it was like brand new, but that's besides the point. Um, I feel like if you're at Silver Dollar City, you know, the operations should be good anyways, but I think if Powder Keg is like an hour wait, I don't feel like it's worth sitting an hour in line for. That's me personally. I'm not the same as everybody else. If someone like would totally love to, you know, wait an hour for that, go for it. I think that's just like I'm basing this off of like a general public or maybe a new enthusiast expectations of the ride. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, go ride another ride. You know, there's a lot of amazing roller coasters and rides in this park. If Powder Keg is an hour, maybe just wait for it to die down. But anyways, on to the next roller coaster on this list I have is Wildfire, not the one in Comartin. Anyways, um, Wildfire, where do I even start? It's a really interesting coaster. I feel like there's, well, I know for a fact there's not too many like B&M sit-down coasters or like just ones like this in general. It's a unique ride. I think it's like easily got some of the best scenery in the park. Like when you're on the top of that lift hill, you can see I want to say Powder Keg and Outlaw Run, kind of like on the right. When you're at the top of the lift hill on Wildfire, it's a great view, especially on the drop too. I mean, you just see like all the Ozarks from there. I mean, not all of it, but you get my point. Great view. Besides that, it does some statistics. Has a track length of 3,073 feet, a height of 120 feet, a drop of 155 feet. I don't know. It's probably the terrain, but something about like larger drops than like they are height wise. Such a cool factor on coasters, like in my opinion. And that drop really does feel much bigger like than the lift hill. It's great. Reaches a top speed of 66 miles per hour, has 5 inversions, and a duration of 2 minutes 16 seconds. Now, if you take away the lift hill, I'm pretty sure this ride's like a minute long. Like it's just about like as long in track length as like Powder Keg. It's way shorter of a ride. It's easily, I want to say, one of the shortest rides in the park. I think Outlaw Run might be shorter. But anyways, so pretty simple. You get this like turn out of the station. You go up chain lift. You get this little dip and like a left turn before the drop. And I'll say when you're in the back row, it's pretty good. Like you kind of get sent over that drop. What I will say though about the back row is I have found it to be a little rough. Like it's not unbearable, but I've found there's a pretty big difference between the front and the back on this ride. Though I think on generally a lot of B&M coasters in particular, I do think the front is better, mainly because of one of the biggest things like I decide when I'm riding a roller coaster front or back is if they have the huge seats. I'm not a huge fan of like sitting in the back, especially like B&M inverts kind of are the exception, but they're kind of not too. Like I do like seeing things when I ride roller coasters. I mean, I much enjoy the forces, but I think a lot of times a front row ride is better in my opinion, especially if it's more comfortable and I can see like these older B&Ms are so hard for me to rank just because like if I was in the back row, like for one ride on this thing, I think this would probably be almost a bad coaster in my mind. But enough yapping about what seats I prefer. Um, so where was I? Right, the drop. Great drop, good view. You go down, you get into an Immelman, it goes out, and I think it just goes straight into the loop. Then you get out of the loop, and I think it does kind of like a turn before you go up into the Cobra Roll, which is right next to the exit. It's on like a huge balcony type thing. It's a really great moment to like just snap some pictures of that ride. After you get out of the Cobra Roll, it takes your picture, and then you go into the corkscrew, the last inversion of 5, and then you kind of go into this. I don't think it's a double. I think it's like just a helix. I want to say double. I think it's just a helix. And then you kind of just rise up into the brakes, and it's over. It's a pretty simple ride. Um, oh, this is interesting. I'm on. For reference, my information is from RCDB, the roller coaster database. Absolutely love this website if you're a roller coaster enthusiast or you just want to know information about roller coasters. This website is absolutely amazing. Um, Wildfire costs $14 million to make and has a rider capacity of 1,300 per hour. It's really nice. Um, so I think that's kind of just Wildfire in general. I think it's a really solid ride. It's not like fantastic. I think the days where you kind of just, I don't know. It's so weird thinking about this ride in comparison to so many other B&Ms like that I've been on that are just kind of like the looping models, and they're just like, I don't know, they're different, but when you get on enough roller coasters, some of them feel the same. This one still feels pretty unique, but besides that, I gave this a ranking of 5.3. So this is with Powder Keg. It's in the good category. I think this is a better ride than Powder Keg. I think it has better forces than Powder Keg. Well, I guess besides the launch. Generally, I think this has better forces than Powder Keg. I mean, I think the elements are way better. I think one of the biggest problems I have with coasters like Powder Keg is when like you can have an absolutely amazing moment. You can have the best moment of any roller coaster on earth. But if the rest of the ride is just kind of meandering around, it absolutely kills the experience for me. I hate when a roller coaster does that. I genuinely do. And I mean, I hate to say it, Powder Keg kind of does that, like a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. I still think it was a fun ride. I give it a rating. That's besides the point. Wildfire, 5.3. Just a very solid ride. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. This is easily, would I say easily? Yeah, I'd say easily the third best ride in the park. I mean, you could. I don't even know if you could debate Powder Keg. I really don't think there's that much competition between like the top 3 and anything under that. I think this is the third, and I don't want to spoil anything because I will talk about my top 2 and my next 2 credits in the next time I make a video like this. Um, which, I mean, you guys probably already know the roller coasters. I'll be talking about Time Traveler and Outlaw Run, which are some pretty good rides. Besides that, that was Wildfire, Powder Keg, A Blast in the Wilderness. Still a crazy name to me, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember, check out my Twitch. It's Pt.2. It's like the same profile on Twitch and YouTube, so I mean, it's pretty easy to recognize. Yeah, watch my streams. Again, I'm trying to stream Tuesday, Thursday. Hopefully, I'm gonna keep these videos going out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I mean, I know I didn't Monday, but again, can't expect consistency. I'm gonna really try for it though. This video is gonna come out today, probably like middle of the, well, not middle of the day. It's gonna be late when I post it, but that's besides the point. I'll post this today. Stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I will see you guys in the next one.